Good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, it's Michelle from Live Life Whimsically. And I just wanted to come out real quick because I try to go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays and talk to you all about whatever whim walks through my brain. And today, my whim is Molly Golightly and Michelle Goes Live. I, you know, I try to keep a really open mind about Molly. And I have just kind of sort of watched her spiral out of control. Admittedly, I'm new to all of this, so I don't really know um, all the ins and outs of everything. And I don't know her personally. I don't have a baseline to go by, but I have watched her treat people incredibly poorly. And for a minute there, I really kind of felt bad for Michelle. But I think that Michelle is probably her own worst enemy, and she probably has some in my opinion mental health issues, speaking as a person who has their own mental health issues. But I think they're two peas in a pod, and I think they feed off of each other, and I think they think a whole lot alike, and that's probably why they don't like each other. But what I'm going to say right now is probably a popular opinion, but it's my effing opinion. So I'm going to say it because this is my effing channel. Today, I listened to just a few minutes of Molly Golightly's channel, and she was replaying some of Goes Live channel and, breaking it apart and talking about whatever it was that was happening on there. I really didn't hear much about that. I mean, I wrote some notes and I thought this is what I'm going to talk about today. And honestly, I got completely sidetracked when both of these broads said that they thought that the economy and the country was better off under Donald Trump. Excuse me, but fuck you very much. I do not know how you could be a woman and think that that monster, shitty, horrible piece of crap human was a good president. Can't stand him. The grab her by the pussy comment was the icing on an already shitty cake for me. The fact that this dude could have pulled that election out of his ass had he just handled COVID properly and chose not to for whatever reason. I don't know why. He is ignorant. He is terribly spoken. He doesn't know shit about anything that he's talking about. He admittedly says he doesn't read. He drove our economy into the fucking tank. The only reason why that anybody got, and this is what one of the things that Michelle Goes Live said happened. Oh my gosh, my house became so worth so much, and I could pull all this equity out of my house. Well, the reason why you could do that, sweetheart, is because the government had to jump in before we imploded on our asses and artificially create and stimulate the economy by driving interest rates down to keep the buyers coming into properties. And it wasn't just normal people buying these houses, okay? I've been a real estate agent for 15 fucking years, man. This was corporate buyers that were coming in, getting these incredibly low interest rate loans and buying up not just one house, but dozens of them, ones that were being built that weren't even finished yet, buying up entire neighborhoods. And now they're trying to unload those things as the interest rates climb back up. So try to contain the thing that they did. So yeah, they gave you some stimulus money. They drove down interest rates. They drove up the value of properties. And so if you owned a home, you were in really good shape. He was not a good president. He made us look like idiots. The way he treated women, the justices that he sat on the bench that are coming after women's rights, the thing that he did with migrants and guest workers and people that came even into the country legally or fleeing desperate situations and separating them from their children was the act of a fucking terrorist. I do not give a fuck if you do not like what I have to say. I don't care if you come at me about this. You can put whatever you want. I will not block you unless you threaten my life. He's an idiot. And that told me everything I need to know about both of those women. because anybody that supports white nationalists, that have white nationalists that are your chief of staff or your advisor or your that are supporting you and pushing you towards your goal of becoming president again, anybody who would tell people that they needed to be a militia to come and attack our Capitol, anybody who would say, hang the vice president, that would think that was a good thing because Mike didn't do the right thing. Look at, I can't stand Mike Pence, but I would never call for the man's unaliving. And that's what happened that day. If those people that stormed our Capitol could have gotten in there and gotten a hold of any of those people, they would have easily unalived those people. So y'all both told me, Molly and Michelle, exactly who you are and what you support. Seriously, I don't know what the heck the deal is with Molly, but I don't know how you can say that you're for women and you're for victims and all the things you do, and then say that you support this man, because you did. You said the country was better under him. No, the country is divided. The country is going back to a time where fragile white male feelings are more important than women and their health care, than Black people's lives. So if you're going to sit there and say you thought he was amazing and did a great job, then you, in my opinion, are an asshole and a shithead and not somebody that should be followed by anybody. Bring your trolls. I don't give a fuck. Like, seriously, you say all this shit about Katie Joy and about Tia, and then you are not a champion for women. Any woman that does not understand how supporting this guy harms the female cause is crazy. And then on top of that, Molly also said that she shamed Michelle for being old, said she was 61 and had her titties looking like some old lady titties. Yo, everybody gets old, bitch, even you. And maybe yours are fake. I don't know. So maybe they won't drop. I don't know. But the face is going to go just like everything else does. That was a shitty fucking thing to say. You shamed so many broads in that last little thing you did, and you've been going all day. Seriously, I don't know how you get 8-12 hours of content out and say the shit that you do. But that was really offensive, super fucking offensive. And you need to think about the shit that comes out of your mouth. Maybe take a little bit of a break. Just take a little break. I didn't like how that guy that was over at your house the other day was pulling cheesecake out of your hand and telling you not to eat. I don't like it when you make fun of people that are 60, because my ass is 61. I don't like it when you say that a racist, sexist, homophobic, fucking child molester dude, in my opinion, because of who he hung around with, was a great president. You showed me who you were. And when people show you who they are, you need to believe them. And I believe you, Molly. I believe everything you fucking said.